Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at www.justintimeaccessories. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. Everything is only $5. You can catch Tayama on Facebook Live at Tayama Copeland, or you can find her at
Legacy Unlocked. When you're locked out of your vehicle, can't get in your car, call Legacy, serving West Palm Beach and surrounding cities. That's area code 229-630-7615. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you been denied disability, Social Security, or custodianship of your children? Call Antonio Williams. He has the knowledge and experience to fight the government on your behalf. Let him represent you. That's Antonio Williams, your non-legal attorney consultant.
The one thing that I found out in my life is that God doesn't bless who you pretend to be.
Ooh.
He blesses who you really are.
Oh my goodness.
And a lot of people are trying to put on a facade of who they really want to be. And I'm telling them, if you're honest with where you are right now, that's the only way you can move to where you really want to be.
Okay.
Now I'm from the Midwest. So I don't know how to get to every place, so I put it in the GPS. The first thing the GPS asks you is, can I use your location?
Okay.
And I think too many people are saying they're somewhere that they're not. And if they could actually, in 2024, say, you know what, I want to go to somewhere different, but I got to be honest about where I am right now.
Okay.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone, to the Anthony Brown Show, this segment that we call the ATL Family and Friends Show. It is so great to be in the number one more time. The month of June is Pride Month. It's Pride and Juneteenth. Two things to be proud about. So choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? So nevertheless, Pride Month is the month of June. June Pride at Disney is tomorrow on June 5th. So come on out to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and show out. Okay. I just want to let everybody know that also, if you're new to this channel, definitely go ahead and click that subscribe button. Subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. It's free. So go ahead and click that subscribe button. The Google Analytics are already showing us that about 80% of you that are watching the show are watching, and you have not yet clicked that subscribe button. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Stop the courtship. Stop the shacking up. Come on, let's make it official. Jump on in this bed. Click subscribe. We'll wait. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that bell. Turn on the notification so that every time we go live, you'll get a notification. Also, click that like button, that thumbs up. That lets us know that you appreciate what we're doing. And also lets YouTube know that you appreciate what you're seeing. And then they then share our material with other people with similar interests. And of course, if you comment below or come on the show live and comment, we will show your comments loud, live, and on the air and read them and respond accordingly. We come on every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, 9 o'clock. Thursdays, 8 p.m. We try to have special guests on Thursdays. So if you have any show ideas, definitely let us know. Inbox us and let us know. But I can't do this by myself. So I have to call on my tribe, my people, my family, my friends, my brothers and sisters from other mothers. Oh no! Yeah, they back there. They back there. Them is ready. I'm joined tonight by none other than the very beautiful the very lovely, the very talented Tayama Sweetness.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Tayama.
Hey, Anthony.
It's so nice to see your beautiful face.
I know I've been in hiding.
Okay. You've been incognito.
Yeah, man.
And I'm also joined tonight by none other than my brother from another, my little big brother. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. He gets on my natural last nerve. You know what I'm saying? I mean, want to beat the hell out of him and back again. But I know if I do that, then I get arrested for beating on dwarfs. So I'm gonna bring on none other than, like I said, my brother is a legacy of the great.
Let me tell you what the fuck I'm gonna go to jail for. Whooping the elderly's ass.
That's true, because I'm definitely calling the police. I'm definitely calling them. I got them on speed dial, matter of fact.
For me.
Yes. I ain't gonna dial 9-1. I just gotta dial 1.
You see my new decor?
Oh Lord, now you're an interior decorator. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
What it do? What it do, ATL World? Armor. What's up, baby?
Thelma lost the signal. She's coming back. She's at the park with her niece, nephews, children, everybody out there at the park. I said, what park you at 9 o'clock at night? She's at 3rd Street. I said, oh, that's the hood. You trying to get them kids kidnapped. So I said, baby, you kidnap. She said, you kidnap them children, you definitely bringing them back.
She crazy. Well, we missing somebody. Where's the cake of all?
Those voluptuous cakes?
Yes.
I think they're 10 layers. You know, like most wedding cakes would be like 2 and 3 layers or 4 layers. Well, these cakes is like 10 layers.
Well, I'll gobble that up.
Ooh, okay.
You got to peel each layer. You devour each layer at one time.
Just peel them back. Oh, shucks, now.
And then you wipe your mouth when you're done like this up.
Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about none other than the juiciest cakes of all. That's Miss Juicy.
But most definitely because it's juicy. Like,
oh, goodness.
I'm sitting back here and I'm sitting here like, huh?
Okay.
He said, I got everybody back here. And I said, look at him.
Yes, we're talking about you. We're great. Listen, I'm also joined tonight by none other than my brother, my friend, none other than our street reporter, our roving reporter. You know what I'm saying? None other than DP. Are you hit me?
Oh yeah, DP is right here and ain't going nowhere.
That's a lie. You've been gone a long time.
Hey, they had me on probation from the show, so
welcome, DP.
I couldn't call my legal advice attorney because he was too busy living a legacy of being great.
Okay.
Hey, Donovan, I like that shirt. I got 2 of them shirts.
Yes, sir.
They must have was on sale at Temu.
Oh.
Say it again?
Oh.
They must have was on sale at Temu.
Well, we tried to send you one, but they don't
make enough yarn.
So hold on.
What you mean? Don't talk about it, be about it.
Listen, I gotta jump in some kind of way and speak up for my brother. You know, like
who is that comment for?
That ain't even his color.
Who to my Donovan?
No, the shirt ain't his color. Ain't Tony
Listen,
color.
they may not have enough yarn to make a shirt my size, Legacy, but I promise you, when they did make mine, they made yours out of the scraps that was left on the floor.
Cause there was so much yarn being used.
Because you're so tiny.
Listen, this 188 is not tiny.
They ain't have to make it for this long.
Right.
Well, Juicy, if they would have made mine that long, why they didn't give you for number 1 thread?
Yes, that was the thread they used to make a thong.
Oh,
what you say?
Oh,
thong.
Yes.
So thongs are like full panties on Juicy.
Boy shorts.
I do want y'all to know, I do order from Temu, but they look at me being the biggest VIP person. They actually ship my stuff out in 2 days instead of a whole month. So,
but don't feel that important because they do me the same way.
I'll be ordering the same thing.
Hey,
listen, we ain't gonna get too much advertising, but I ain't gonna lie.
I see why you didn't get the full hat on your head. Okay. What happened to the part that's supposed to be added to that?
This ain't a hat.
They forgot to send the extra piece. Okay, I'm sorry. They sent me all my full pieces. Okay.
D, I like Temu. I like Temu a lot.
I know. I see. I think they forgot to send you the rest of the painting on the wall too.
No.
That's tile.
In the background.
That's tile.
No. That ain't painting.
What is it?
Tiles.
Take everything.
What is it?
It's tiles.
You seen what they use like backdrop?
Yeah.
Backsplash?
Uh-huh.
But I ain't get that from Temu though.
I know you didn't because they messed your walls up.
Why would they mess my walls up?
You get that from the Dollar Tree.
Because you ordered something from Temu thinking it was doing the same thing. You had to cover it up with the real stuff.
Donovan, where are you?
Huh?
What city are you in this time?
I'm in Indiana.
I was trying to figure out because it's dark here and light there.
Yeah.
I'm in the Midwest.
So you're out there visiting. You out visiting Don Allen.
Huh?
Oh.
You out visiting Don Allen?
Who?
Don Allen.
Darnella?
Don Allen.
Who's John Allen?
He's been gone that long, you've forgotten him.
No, so I got a white John Allen that I went to school with in Owensboro.
We talking about Earth.
I said Owensboro, Kentucky. That's Kentucky, okay? Legacy. I'm on Earth right now.
No.
Don Allen is the guy that used to be on the show.
Oh, Don Allen or John Allen?
Yes, Don Allen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said John.
He the dude that used to argue with you all the time about religion.
Say it again?
He used to always argue with you when you first started coming on when we talked about religious stuff.
Oh, wait. Is he not around anymore?
But he hasn't been on this show for a while.
Y'all need to go check on your boy.
He's been booked and busy.
Oh, got you.
He say he been booked and busy.
That's what most wannabe powerful people say.
Mm-hmm. Tell me where you at, baby.
I just want to remind everybody again, it's Juneteenth, and I have Juneteenth shirts available for sale. So on all the Facebook viewers, the link is on my Facebook page. You can click on it and order you a Juneteenth shirt. You know what I'm saying? They're reasonably priced. So get on board. Support
Tony,
black businesses.
why do you have that flag up behind you?
Because it is Pride Month and it's also Juneteenth month.
Yeah, it's just Juneteenth month. It's not Pride month.
It's Pride Month.
Huh?
Oh my goodness. So I saw this
Juneteenth month.
I saw this white poodle. And the owner had gave him a poodle bikini cut where they have the fur
you know what?
around the bottom.
I like you, Juicy. You interrupted our conversation, hon.
Yeah. Just because it's Pride Month.
I know y'all try to divert from the conversation.
The dog died.
Y'all try to divert from the conversation. I picked up on that, Legacy.
The dog was
She said the white poodle was dyed rainbow color.
For pride. And was prancing.
You might that much on there.
It was cute.
Yes, I'm sure it was. So, in honor of Pride Month, I want to say, let's hear it for the boys. That's it. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah. I like that song.
Listen, for real though, listen, growing up, especially like in the 80s when that song right there used to come on at the skate ring. Oh my goodness. Boy, you talking about some boy, them ladies be out there slicking. Hey, Cake.
We're going, ladies and gentlemen, we're going on commercial. We'll be right back.
So let me tell you all about tonight. So my son attends a school that is it's a black school for young black men, and it is for everybody, but most who go there are black men. So they work on like our time. So we got the memo yesterday that there's going to be a formal senior award ceremony today.
That's why he's so cute tonight.
Yes, it is. So I wasn't able, that's why I was late also. But he got a National Honor Society ribbon.
All right.
Tell him I'm a National Honor Society member too. Congratulations from alumni of National Honor Society. Whoop,
I will.
whoop.
And he got an achievement award for being one of the students that came in, like started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yes, he had a start that was a hard start, but he did it. And that one was for English.
Keep bossing up like the juice we know.
Yes. And that was for English. And then he got another for French.
Wait. So how old is your son, man?
He's 18.
All right. Tell him, throw his cash out to those who want to give, and we'll give.
Well, I am. I'm gonna do that. And because we actually have a scholarship fund that is out because he wants to attend Hampton. And he needs to get the funds together to go. So he's got half of the ride already covered in scholarships, and he needs the other portion to go.
Like a boss.
He received this rope for his GPA. And he received this medal. And he got another rope. But they didn't have it for him. He's got to get it tomorrow. And then
he was just colored.
Yeah, and then he received this brooch, and he's wearing his other satchel. He has it on right now. So I was so proud, Mom.
Yes, well, we proud uncles.
Yes.
Well, let me. Since we talking about college, right, and school, let blown away, taken aback. Did y'all see the bullshit that Biden tried to pull the other day?
No.
Nathaniel Booker trying to
Well,
get in.
hold on,
Who?
Nathaniel. I'll get you the link.
But anyway, Biden was, I guess, allowed to come to, was it Morehouse graduation?
Hey, that was bull crap.
You seen that? Did you see that? That was what, Donovan?
Yeah, those niggas should have never done that. Excuse my
They
language.
should have never done that.
What happened?
Okay. They let Biden be the special guest speaker at Morehouse College for the graduates that's graduating from Morehouse this year. Don't know.
Right.
I mean, I be blown away at how ignorant niggas are when it comes to this time of the year. This man ain't been to Morehouse in the 4 years of him being here in
He's
office.
been in the jungle.
But
saying that niggas need to go back to the jungle.
yeah, I don't understand it, but I do understand it because every black institution is really up under the cloak of somebody like the Rockefellers. They're the one who actually own these schools. These black high education, high institution of learning are all backed up under a white person in a white institution. I mean, the white family. Morehouse is definitely Rockefeller's wife.
Well, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, Legacy.
Go ahead.
Because automatically, for whatever reason, you're always very negative when it comes to Biden. So I'm gonna say, first and foremost, it had nothing to do with the fact that he had never been to Morehouse ever in his life. Probably never even heard of Morehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, when colleges invite a keynote speaker, 9 times out of 10, even if it's a black prominent person, that person ain't never been to their college either. Mm-hmm. It's just that they're so profound or so dynamic, or they're a leader, or they're a scholar, or they're great in their position, or they're an important figure in society or whatever. So they invite them as a keynote speaker. And if I attended that school, I would be honored to say that the president of the United States was my keynote speaker.
Bro, let me say this. I wouldn't give a damn if Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, if you have not done anything, George W. Bush, if you haven't done anything for the people, you have no reason to be sitting as a keynote speaker at a black school institution. You don't. The only that is a ploy to get black votes from the black youth. That has nothing to do with him caring about them folks having him as a keynote speaker. That's like when presidents come down and go into communities and eventually go into black churches, but nobody couldn't get you to come down to a black church the whole entire time you was in office.
They probably was never invited.
Bro, they didn't invite him then. You just show up and say, I'm coming to your church.
They brought him to their own church.
I'm with both of you on and DP. I'm all the way with Legacy and DP, but I hear you, Tony, because I'm not an advocate for the bullshit that we gotta go through with these presidents and how they just puppeteering us. But it is like Michelle Obama tweeted that Niyaki won a scholarship. I was thankful, proud that the first lady did that. Barbara Bush wrote a book and she put my grandfather in her book. I was like, my grandfather got 2 pictures in her book and a paragraph out of like 500 pages, and all the things he did for her, he could have had a whole 3-4 chapters, but she thought of them, So I get it's a highlight that it's memorable and it's significant. But I also agree with Legacy. We can't be blindsided by these shenanigans this man keep playing because he's playing on their intelligence. He's playing on
Yeah.
the voting system, and that's just we can't deal with that. We need to. I don't even think we need to even be talking about it on our show to give anybody someone going to go back and look and say, what did he say to Morehouse? Because you know what, Clark's graduation speech, no one's talking about, but Clark University gave the best speech the nation has ever heard, ever. And it was not supporting Biden. It was supporting and uplifting yourself. Self-perseverance.
Yeah,
That's what
And
brothers do.
I'm gonna comment. I'm gonna add in on my comment. This is the Donovan Phipps commentary. This is election year, Tony. Okay, and I'm just gonna say it's not wise for a black institution to have a president of running for office to be there. Because now you're giving full.
Hold on,
Mute
DP.
your phone, Nate.
Sound, Nathaniel, or can you mute your sound, please?
He did. Go ahead. He muted. Go ahead.
Oh, where you go, DP? He might have hit a dead zone. Or did you hit mute trying to mute Nate?
Yeah, he might have hit a dead spot.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Nate, until Donovan come back, Mr. Nate, can you unmute and then give us a view on how you feel about that?
All right, so what was the punchline that y'all used? I mean, what's the punchline about? I heard a little bit like Biden. What's the topic?
How do you feel about Biden being allowed? Well, I'm not gonna say allowed, but chosen to be a keynote speaker at Morehouse graduation the other day. Do you think that was genuine, or is that a ploy just to get black votes for the upcoming election?
That's a ploy to get black votes. That's just like Mary Bowser trying to get, you know what I mean, the old people to vote for her, so she'll go out and Chevy Chase. She move out the hood and go to Chevy Chase so she can get them so-called, old people and white people to get the vote. So she couldn't get the white people and the old people votes in the hood, so she had to go in the hood to get their vote. So, he's definitely trying to, come on, Morehouse, come on, all schools, Morehouse. That's a famous black school.
Well, again, I'm gonna disagree again with Nate, because I'm gonna say it would be his ploy to get the black vote if he said, "Hey, can I be your keynote speaker?" No, someone called him and said, "We would like you to be."
Somebody called him.
But that's exactly what I'm talking. But listen, Nate, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to us.
Mm-hmm.
We are the most uninformed, uneducated when it comes to knowing who is the best candidate for presidency. If you ask the average black person who has the opportunity to go vote, ask them what are the policies that this person is going to run up under. Ask, are they going, hold on, I waited till you finish. Ask, are they going to create a bill the same way they created a bill for the Asians? Are they going to create a bill that is going to protect black people from police brutality the same way that they created a bill in less than 1 year of Biden being in office to protect Asian people from being what they call hate crimes, because black folks been having hate crimes done to them for 500 plus years. So
we gonna do one better. We gonna get you on the street and call it Obama.
Yeah, that's what. See, these are the ploys that they use. And Negroes and niggas think they achieved some because they got a Martin Luther King Street, they got a Malcolm X Street, and they got a Barack Obama Street. But you ain't got no laws and no bills that protects you from being harmed by police brutality, and then we still, after seeing a motherfucker take you through this for 4 years and ain't did a damn thing for you, you still have uneducated, ignorant niggas up there cheering, saying, hey, I'm gonna vote for him again. Then on top of that, Mr. Nate, you got actual footage of this man saying that he don't think his children should be integrated with black kids because he considered them to be in the jungle. Damn near apes and monkeys in the jungle. And then to go on to a black radio station and say if any black man or woman vote Republican, that don't vote Democrat, they shouldn't be considered black. That's racism within itself.
But can we please not be considered black if I don't vote Democrat? Like, please, will you correct my credit score?
Hello, can you correct it?
First of all, hold on. Let me just chime in. I sent y'all about a couple of days ago a link right here called project2025.org. I sent that to y'all a few days ago. I don't know if y'all had the opportunity to read over it or to check it out. But what that is, that's the agenda and the things that Trump wants to implement once he gets office. And some of those things.
I read it. I seen it. What we're talking about, don't nobody as of right now know a goddamn thing about what Trump agenda is because the man ain't even in office. Ain't nobody heard him say it. Hold on, ain't nobody heard him say it. We're basing this off of propaganda of somebody else trying to sell you on this is what this man's agenda is. You haven't seen this man, and Trump is a talker. So let's not say he won't say what he's gonna do. He is a talker. So therefore, if this man, you ain't heard it come out of his mouth, everything else that you've just read is propaganda and bullshit. So until you hear it come out of his mouth, let's not run with it.
It's his site.
Tony, I can copy a site and say and put anything on it. When you hear Trump say it, then let's run with it.
He put the site out on Twitter.
Did you see him do it?
It's under his Twitter.
Tony, you don't think people can clone your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Well, if they would have did that, don't you think he would have complained about it by now?
It's a lot. Listen, I watched Trump the whole 4 years he was in office, and I'm not a Trump fan. And I've seen people go on his huh? No, that's the thing. See, this the thing. I know who are the better between the two because I've seen both of them in the presidential seat. I done seen both of them in the presidential seat. And out of the two candidates that's there, Trump is a better candidate. Tell me how in the last 4 years, of Biden being in office, 8 million immigrants have crossed the borders and ain't a damn thing been done. You know how many got crossed in the time while Trump was in office? Less than 300,000. And he was the one talking about build a wall. And the federal government didn't want to give him the funding to create it and build it. How about they just had a raid the other day over in California where they folks at 3 o'clock in the morning and people were coming across. Not one of the people, and over 250,000 of them came across that night at 3 o'clock in the morning. Tell me why not one of them was a Spanish person crossing the border. It was either Russian, hold on, legacy as usual. What's the solution? I'll give you one in a minute. Chinese, Arab, all different races and nationalities of people are infiltrating our country because Biden don't want to put up borders to stop and do border checks to prevent people from coming into the United States of America. Bro, you know what they call them people that's doing that right now, bro? Those are sleeper cells. And if they're not sleeper cells, I need you to remember my face and remember this date. That is the United Nations allowing its military to come in to get ready for something to take place in the United States against the American citizens. And they can't come in with the blue hats with the UN on it because the American people have an uproar. So they're allowing the UN troops to come in this way. They're here. Either you got sleeper cells or UN troops in here. Either way, it's not good for the American people. But guess who they doing it on? They doing it up under the Biden regime.
First of all, I feel that ain't neither one of them, in my opinion, worth shit. And that's not allegedly. That's not allegedly. Anthony Brown said it. And y'all could take this here, repeat it, play it on your own, however be ever. Ain't neither one of them shit. But I do know that Trump, one, being a racist, two, well, they both might be racist, okay? But definitely with Trump, he don't give a fuck.
Bo, let me pause and ask you one question. On that statement you just, let me ask you one question. Would you like to know that me who is in your face, you too, Kate, would you like to know that me being in your face on a consistent every day, would you like for me to know, would you like to know that Legacy truly don't like me? That's what you want, that you want to know that I don't like you. Or would you prefer for me to play behind your back, play in your face that I do like you, but go behind your back and talk behind your back that I really hate your motherfucking guts? Which one of the two would you rather prefer if you had to choose?
First of all, on any job,
which one?
I'm answering it.
Hurry up, old man.
Your way, I'm answering my way. So shut up. But as I was saying, first of all, any job that you're on, your boss may not like you, talk about you behind your back, say little negative things, might be racist, but guess what? He respects you and don't do it in your face. And that's what Biden does. You can respect me. You ain't got to like me. Just respect me. I tell that to people when I meet them every day, on the job, off the job, in the streets, wherever I am. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, is I'm going to respect you and you're going to respect me.
I agree with that, but I agree with you. I agree with you on that about the job aspect, but I would prefer to know up front how a person feel about me in my face so that I can know how to perceive you. I don't want you playing behind my back, because that'll make me angry to make me do something faster than me knowing that Tony told me to my face, hey, I really don't fuck with you. That's cool. I want to know that.
Let me ask you this. Now, this site that I put up and told y'all to check it out, like you're in doubt that it's not Trump's words, it's not Trump's beliefs, or not Trump's. What if it is?
It wouldn't be no worse than what we've already been through right now.
It is. It is incredibly worse. Have you read it?
I seen it. I seen it today.
Did you read it?
Yes. You said it you said it 2 days ago.
He could even take over the local government.
Listen. The only way that's gonna happen is it's gonna be a civil war. And until that happens, that's when but you ain't nobody, the Constitution and the Supreme Court judges, which are totally against if it's Trump, will not allow for the ruling to even go that way. We have a Democratic Supreme Court right now. So that's something that you ain't really got to worry about. But Tony, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's not concerning, because it's scary. But Tony, seriously, I'm just telling you, bro.
And I don't know if you read the part where he even says something about porn. If you watch porn, that's a felony. What I'm gonna do for entertainment?
See, but the thing of it is you got somebody trying to bring everybody to salvation and bring y'all out of the gutter, and then y'all just want to get stuck in the mud.
Tony, listen, we don't want nothing to happen to you. Get off of Pornhub.com.
Please, Tony, because you know what, Tony? They say it's rough.
You ain't no damn mannequin.
They say it's rough up in there. They say people.
I got another video I'm gonna send to y'all. It's called the benefits of masturbation. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Listen, they don't tell you that you can go blind from it, do they?
Nope, it should not.
But you can.
They say that's a myth. The doctor said that's a myth. Matter of fact,
It's also a myth that what you just said about Trump.
That's a fact, because like I said, it was on his Twitter page. But
you ain't got no fact. That man ain't that dumb.
Why would he not tell us what his agenda is?
Because it ain't the time. Let me tell you what's going to be funny. Let me tell you what the best thing. 2 things have come from this. 2 things have, hold on. Y'all be the best human y'all can be. Listen, being the best, oh my God, the best human ain't gonna keep you safe. But let me tell you what 2 things that came from this about Trump being convicted and this thing right here. Let me tell y'all something. If Trump become the president and got convicted of 34 felonies, do you know what that's going to do for convicted felons?
Nothing.
Everything about you can't own a gun and all this type of shit. You can't run for office with a felony on your record and all that. All of that's gonna go out the door. All of that goes out the window. Because you can't tell me I can't run for city council, I can't run for governor when we got a 34 felony president that got a felony conviction sitting up at your chief in arms of the military of the United States of America. But what's gonna be there? This is one thing I don't want to miss this year is when Trump and Biden have to have these debates. This is gonna be funny because Trump is going to smoke Biden. Smoke him. I guarantee Trump. Go ahead, Tony.
I pray that Project 2025 is false. I pray that it's a hoax, because if in fact half of it is true, we're in trouble. And then not only that, he's getting rid of all gay rights.
So they're gonna take that flag down behind you.
They're gonna take the flag down.
Get that shit off of the knot in.
Fuck Trump.
Don't you ever disrespect him like that again.
Fuck Trump.
I said don't do it.
And he just came back to West Palm today too on the plane. Fuck Trump. Hope we heard.
Hey, listen, Tony. Trump is a real live gangster, man. Trump, the only man I know that been convicted of a charge in Atlanta, a charge. Well, he ain't got convicted in Atlanta yet. That been convicted in New York, and just got convicted for 30. The man got 39 felony convictions right now in the United States of America, and still free. Ain't went to nail jail.
Look, don't that make people who've been locked up feel like what the fuck?
Yes. Listen. I need them to take them 5 years off my record right now.
Trump and his whole cabinet are felons.
They owe me my 24 hours.
But see, Trump pardoned his whole cabinet before he got out of office, so that ain't even on their record.
Hello. Hey y'all, I'm gonna pause for a moment.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Tony. Let's move on before you cause a ruckus between me and your brotherhood forever talking about Trump.
Did y'all see the article on Twitter? Biggie Smalls' mom said about
Sean?
Diddy, about Diddy.
No, what he said? What she said?
I don't know if I can read it. It says Notorious B.I.G.'s mother, Valletta Wallace, on Sean Diddy Combs. I hope that I see Sean one day, and the only thing I want to do is slap the daylights out of him. You can quote me on that. She adds, because I liked him, I didn't want to believe all the awful things, but I'm so ashamed and embarrassed. Wow.
I mean, me personally, listen. I don't know why. I mean, you know what? You know what I've heard that power corrupts, the absolute power corrupts even more, if that's the proper quote. But I mean, he is who he is.
Hey, break that down, please.
You know, when you got so much power and you've been running people since 1995, and it is almost 2025. And you know, he done way more worse things than this. I mean, it's
You
done
talking
been
about Biden
exposed that
still?
he done also. I don't know if y'all know Meek Mills, but you know that he done had intercourse with Meek Mills, and somebody got it on video.
Right.
It's crazy, man.
Hey, we now don't even have to say alleged because he's not going after nobody anymore.
You say what?
We don't have to say alleged anymore. It's almost everything's out. He's not gonna
Yeah.
come after us. He's
Well,
got
I
bigger
wasn't never.
fry to kill.
Yeah. I promise you, I wasn't never worried about him coming after me.
Well, I'm
No.
gonna tell you what I don't like. Okay, I don't like niggas attacking niggas. Okay, because it's really not black people that's coming after him. It's the white people that's coming after him. So I've
Well,
been.
if you
I'm.
commit a crime, if you commit a crime and you caught on tape with it, you came for yourself.
No. He wasn't caught on tape. That
He
was
wasn't
not
caught on
supposed.
tape. Donovan kicking the lady in the hotel.
Listen, that was not supposed to
Yeah.
be released. That's what I'm talking about.
You say what?
That was not supposed to be released. Those are private. Those are private rooms that they rented.
Listen,
That
ain't
hotel
nothing.
Not in
got.
the
That
hallway.
hotel got.
Not in the
That hotel
hallway.
got. That
Not in the
hotel got
hallway.
paid. Hold up. That hotel got paid out to release that.
Hey, listen. Let me ask you a question, DP.
Okay,
Let's say
talk
you
to
the
me.
hotel person who owns the place, and they got
Yes,
the
sir.
footage, and you as Puffy, you pay them to do away with the tape.
I'm the
The,
puppet.
of the tape. You pay them to get rid of the tape. When the feds come in and tell you if we find this later and you hit it, you facing what he facing, yeah, you gonna hand that over. And that's just what
I
they
ain't
did.
handing. Hey, I'm a real true nigga. I ain't handing over nothing. We
We'll
getting a
see you
whole
in
new camera.
we'll,
Legacy, we getting a whole new camera system.
listen. The one thing
No,
about it,
sir. I'm
well,
listening.
guess
We getting a
that's
whole
why
new camera system.
that's
We
why them
gonna.
folks. That's
Hey,
why them good. That's
I'm gonna sell the hotel and make sure the whole camera system goes with me.
they coming to get you, buddy. You'll be spending some time in
No,
there.
they not. I'm gonna
Okay.
plead the fifth and I'm gonna be like, y'all coming after me because I support Donald Trump. I'm a
Let
real
me
nigga, my niggas.
listen. Let me tell you something. The feds have a 99.9, no, a 98.1% conviction rate. They don't lose. What we got,
Soon as
Tony?
Diddy knew that lawsuit was coming, he should have blew up that hotel.
He
And
blowing
what?
He
up
was
cars.
known for blowing up everything else. He should have blew that shit up.
Oh, I'm glad we're on. Well, hopefully the TSA is not listening. But what were you saying?
I, I'm just saying, he known for blowing up other stuff. Soon as he knew that this girl was going after him, he should have blew that place up.
Right.
You
So
got
it
that
was
right.
nothing left.
Listen.
You
Hey,
can't find nothing from Chaco.
hey, store all evidence.
Well, that ain't true because 9/11 they found them passports and all the charcoal rubber with jet fuel burning.
Okay, now what were we talking about? Because I'm confused now.
What you
Listen.
gonna say, Tony?
I'll go show a video.
Go ahead.
Okay.
This says Martin Luther King's dream was our downfall, is what the video is called. Check this out.
Dr. King didn't know what he was doing, homie. He was a 25-year-old Southern Baptist preacher that had a bunch of people telling him this. Now, always remember, he wasn't popular with that belief in the beginning. They thought he was crazy. Gotcha. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? You a troublemaker. And even the old black people thought he was crazy. Why would you want to go eat at their restaurants? You know how they go do it. Yeah. They go spit in our food. Why you want to go over there, nigga? You crazy. We don't want to live next door to white people, nigga. You know white folk kill us. So they thought he was crazy. That was his dream. That wasn't for us. We wasn't supposed to be paying him no goddamn mind. That was his dream. I have a dream that one day we would hold hand. He wanted to hold white folk hand. Black folks didn't want to do that. They gave us him. They picked him. So he pushed the narrative, not knowing the consequences. Toward the end of his life, he told Harold Belafonte, I think I led my people into a burning building. We shouldn't have never, we was getting hit upside our head, homie, just to sit at their counter. We don't want you in here, nigger. Why, homie? For what? So what if they don't let us in there? Nigga, we don't want, white folk can't cook no way. Nigga, who want to go eat a white person's apple pie? Fuck that, nigga, please. That was his dream because his grandmother told him when he was a little bitty boy, he couldn't play with that white boy. That was his dream all his life. So they took his dream and made it ours, and it became a nightmare. We go take the signs down, just go out there and tell them something. Go out there and tell them. So when they invited him and 6 or 7 preachers in the Oval Office, hey man, go down. You got all these niggas up here on the mall office. God damn it, King, you said you wouldn't listen. They out here. Man, tell them we'll take the sign down. Just tell them. Just tell them we'll take the signs down. Okay, he went out there, man. They go, well, I was dream. We got macked on and played on. He was funded. The Jews had King. So, nah, homie, just deeper than that. So, that's the worst thing that happened to us was his dream. We should have been saying, fuck they sign. Nigga, they can keep the laws all they want to. We want equal protection under the law. We don't care about no sign that say no colors.
People magazine a while ago.
There should be some signs say no white people.
I mean, a lot of white people feel like kind of what's been happening with the whole Black Lives Movement, that it's been like an inverse on them.
Well, Black Lives Matter is a gay movement. It ain't a black movement. They say they there for the LGBT rights. They don't never kick up dust for injustices in the courtroom, wrongful niggas killing niggas. So they where they at now? And it's been killing like a motherfucker. Yeah. They ain't there for Tuka mama. They ain't there for FBG Duck now mama. They ain't there for no rappers mamas now. Yeah. So just think about what attention they would get if the Black Lives Matter movement was doing the same thing when niggas killed niggas. Boy, they'll stop down there black on black killing.
All right, I'll comment.
Go ahead.
All right, it could be a truth to some of the Martin Luther King agenda. I'll say this all because they had to get rid of someone, and they got rid of them. Okay, and what they tried to do is pin it on another nigga that another nigga killed another nigga. And so what are we seeing the day we're living in? Black on black crime, okay? Because really, they hid all of that, okay? They hid all of the agendas, and unfortunately, they had to find a face. They had to find a face to match the agenda that they wanted to reunite everyone. But in totality, do you think Martin Luther King wanted to reunite everyone, knowing that there was a few of those white people that really didn't care too much about him?
I'm gonna say this. I remember Sam Cooke.
I wish I've got to let y'all go. I'm sorry. Let me.
Sam Cooke, Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X, all met up. And a lot of people don't know that the reason Sam Cooke was assassinated They say murder, but he was assassinated. What's up, bro? Sam Cooke was help funding the Black Panther movement. And Sam Cooke was definitely into this because he wanted to basically, help in the record industry, helping Black people, creating a pretty much a different type of Motown. But Sam Cooke was at that time at the top of his game, making some of the best money, and he was actually funding the Black Panther Party. But Martin Luther King did say to Malcolm, and it's in Malcolm X biography, Martin Luther King's biography, where he did feel like he was asking for the wrong thing when he was asking for equality. That he really did feel like he has marched his people into a burning building. And I can definitely believe, because there's been stories where there were plenty of Black people that did not want to join and walk with Martin in this movement because they felt like he was crazy, because at that time Black people were owning a bunch of different things, businesses, cities, and towns that were flourishing. So a lot of black families were like, man, what the hell are you doing? We good. But guess who Martin targeted the most with that movement?
Women.
The young, the youth.
Oh.
He targeted the youth in that movement, and it just was sad because when I think about this, you had damn near the Black Panther movement, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. You down there had Medgar Everett and a few other great Black powerful individuals living and pushing in the same, for Black rights during the same time and era. And all of them was assassinated. All of them got assassinated. And guess what? You talking about Huey P. Newton went to prison. Malcolm X got assassinated by people in his own organizations as Black people. Martin Luther King got assassinated on the balcony, and Medgar Everett got assassinated coming from church, getting ready to walk in his house, and got shot down from like 20 feet away by a shotgun, hit in the back of his head.
Actually, I heard that Malcolm actually died in the hospital.
He did, but we talking about the actual gunning down of him happened in the mosque. It happened in,
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther King got killed on the balcony. You said Martin Luther?
Yeah, Martin Luther King, he got shot on the balcony. Rushed to the
but he died in the hospital.
Okay, but in the hospital, white people came in and suffocated him.
Yes, I've read that where they were saying they had him stable and everything.
Right.
But they said they came in, said the FBI came in and made the nurses and the doctors leave out.
Right.
After they had done got him stabilized.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few minutes after everybody left out, and then they were in there, the door was closed. So when they came back, he was flatlined.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really did a thorough autopsy to see if he died of asphyxia, which would have actually proven that he was smothered to death.
Right.
So I said all that to say, I believe Martin did want change for the Black people, but I feel like that nonviolent thing was probably the misconception of how change came about, because more people got killed for not defending themselves and not causing the ruckus than it did for anybody who do you know who was the scariest person in history for to the federal government and everything? J. Edgar Hoover said that Malcolm X and his movement, along with the Black Panther Party, was the most dangerous entities that walked the streets of the United States of America, and they can never allow for organizations to grow up with black people to be that strong again by any means necessary. Because guess what? Malcolm said, if you put your goddamn hands on me, we're going to put our hands on you. Huey P. Newton, which a lot of people don't want to know, and Fred Hammond, where the Black Panther Party was actually created to combat the drug dealing and things in their community. They were really there to make sure that the drug dealers didn't flood their neighborhoods with the heroin and the cocaine. Then they started getting donations from large groups that were helping them with the funding of tutoring, also with feeding the poor, also with giving the little kids snacks and stuff from after school. They can come and hang out. That's how that came about. So when they started noticing that the black people were being mauled and abused, Huey P. Newton understood that yes, as a felon, you can't have a right to a gun, but everybody in his neighborhood who wasn't a felon, who was following behind him, had guns. So guess what that meant to the police officer? There's a great chance if we come in here bullshitting around, it's enough of them that can kill us too. That's why when they show videos of side by side, a black man walking down the street in a state where you got an open carry and he got his registration and license and all that, he walked down the street with a gun. He's automatic. 100,000 police want to know what he's doing, why he walking down the street, da 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 da. White man walked down the street, open carry state. Hardly nobody cares, hardly nobody calls the police. And the crazy thing about it is, white people are the ones, and this is not being racist, white people are the ones that do mass shootings.
True that.
So why wouldn't you stop him and do all of the stuff that you're doing? Because they really don't want African Americans, Hispanics, Latinos walking the street with guns. Because to them, that means they can't mess with you as much, because it is a grander chance that you will retaliate.
Exactly.
So yes, I do believe, even if we don't really have the physical proof to prove it, but I do believe that Martin really believed that he led us all into a burning building, because we had just as many graduates in black communities, in black cities and towns. We had theaters, we had grocery stores, we had doctors, we had lawyers, and our dollar was circulating in our community 14 times before it actually left our communities and went anywhere else. But now the inside of this, the way that society is now, in the black community, the black dollar only circulates 1 to 2 times before it leaves out of the black community and go to another community.
Yeah, because we're so happy to take it over there to the Asians, the Cubans, the Europeans, the white people. You know, I'm still taking it to the black people.
Yes, but we've become, and it's pretty much the same thing that man Charleston White was saying. Most black brown people don't feel successful until they have been recognized by the Europeans.
Right.
Prime example, Oscar Awards, the Emmy Awards, the Tony Awards. All of these awards are handed out by other people. And everything we do is to be accepted by them. You can be the listen, Denzel, Will Smith, Halle Berry, who else? Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx probably has gotten an Oscar faster than Denzel Washington for playing Ray Charles. Before Denzel, who been in the movie industry way longer than him. Will Smith, way longer than him. Halle Berry, way longer than him. and he got an Oscar before them. So their life body of work, even with all these movies, was not complete until they got that. But they didn't tell us that the reason that they called it the Oscar Awards is because the gentleman who actually created filming and movie was a black man by the name of Oscar. That's why it's a gold. That's why it's a gold trophy to emulate and hide from the bronze brown skin tone of the man who actually created film. I just don't understand. I don't demonize all white people for no reason, because all white people haven't done anything to me and my family and us. But I do know I'm a person that definitely going to speak what it is, and the truth is, until we understand that we can have our own areas, and we can have our own awards, and we can have. It's sad that we don't know how to do nothing without including somebody else.
Now, I've been watching everything, as I said, I had to take a pause, and I just am chiming into the latter parts of it. We did have pilgrims, so we do have good people who are good people, and those good people, like I am one of those that do believe we all are one. I was just inside my uncle's house talking about color, because Naeem said, if black people are black and white people are white, well, what color are Asian? What color are Hispanic people? And underneath the 5% Nation of Islam, when I was doing my study, and one of the jewels it said was that there's 16 shades of blackness, and that's where we get that one drop. So all these people who have this drop, and white people today do, they're black. I'm looking at it as, science, not my thought or anybody else's thought. There's so many of us amongst us, but the divide we're doing in color is drawing a wedge between humanity and humanity of being sensible, being how we're supposed to be for each other. And so it shouldn't be a matter of we need to be a separate in order to have. I feel where'd Tony go?
I'm listening, Kate.
Gotcha. I don't necessarily feel that we need to be separate in order to have. What needs to be done is the change in, like, a lot of, like, people eating angry food, and it's crazy to say that it's how we are being conditioned. We are being brainwashed to hate. We are being brainwashed by poisoning ourselves enough to not love ourselves, and then we can't love each other. We got to do better as people. And it ain't even about the white, the black, it's just people in general. I have more white people willing to look out and help me than black people. I hear more black people complain about black people in service. And I'm not going to go spend my money over here because every time I do, they think this. But they don't even understand that in those large corporations, that company can write shit off. But these small businesses, black owners, we ain't got no wiggle room to write. We need you to write that check, because we need to be able to re-up and still eat. And instead of having that nigga in a barrel crab mentality where you can't do better than me, if you doing better than me, I'm gonna pull you down because there's no rise above. That's the mindset we got to change, and we can't change that as long as we keep calcifying our pineal gland, and that's what we eat. So you know what? Commercial time. www.enliventoyou.com.
That girl. Give it to him, Kate.
Because it's there for you. I'm here for you. It's definitely a way. Oh, so look at you. Now look at us. Because all my friends is white. Yes, thank you.
Well, I just want to make my comment on the video, and then we can move on with the Martin video. The guy said, I agree, because I think that we as the black people, I think that if we would have stuck with our own society, our own people, our own nationality, our our own culture, I think collectively we would have been better off, because when you see people that look like you, you respect them, and you value them more, because even when you walk into a room of crowded people, the first thing you do is you look around the room and find black people. You ain't got to know them, but just the fact that they're black and you're black, you're gonna go stand in that crowd, or go stand in that vicinity, because you feel more comfortable. If shit go down, they got your back. As opposed to walking in a crowded room of 300, 400 people, and you'll stand with the Asians, or you'll stand with the whites or the Hispanics. That's not my people. Your people is black people. So I think that if we would have stuck to the original plan, like the the blacks having, like, the Black Wall Street, the blacks having their own and doing their own thing and flourishing. Asians, y'all over there in Asia Town, Chinatown, doing your thing. The white folks over there in the suburbs doing your thing. Even if we in the country, let us do our thing. But we doing it together, and we would have flourished together. So I agree. Now that I think back, based on what he was saying, yeah, that was Martin's dream. And I think, honestly, if I was back there in those days too, that wouldn't have been my dream. I'd be like, hold up, Martin, pump your brakes. And that takes you back to what I tell a lot of people about pastors. When the pastor is preaching, sometimes God ain't in that. Sometimes his flesh and his own personal opinions and feelings get involved. So is he hearing from God, or is he telling you what he feels?
And Tony, let's just imagine, Cake, y'all just imagine if Martin wasn't a minister. Nobody wouldn't have listened to him.
Right.
But because black folks are so ingrained into religion, to have someone from the cloth that can talk
great man of God.
Yeah, that can talk so eloquently. And that he had the same tongue. Matter of fact, let me say this. That's why Barack attached himself to the Malcolm X, not Malcolm, but the Martin Luther King train during his 8 years in the office, because it went from I have a dream to we have accomplished the dream, and we can change. And the only thing different from Barack and Martin was Barack was a lawyer, and Martin was a pastor. Both of them can speak eloquent, and both of them can get the ear of blacks. The reason, now just imagine now, Jesse Jackson at one point in time, early 80s, mid 80s, was the prime candidate, Democratic candidate for President of the United States of America.
But he was a nigga.
But he was black and he couldn't talk well.
That's what I meant by he was a nigga.
So that right there alone, him not having such a very eloquent speaking, deterred people from joining the movement. Plus, he also had a lot of threats on his life, and they also cornered his wife and children.
Ebonics, it was over.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened?
When he couldn't get the world to accept Ebonics, it was over for him.
Yes. So that's why a lot of people hate Trump, because Trump is not an eloquent speaker. But we've got to the point of understanding, like what Cake say, Ebonics, to where now everybody knows how to dissect it, how to understand it, to where this is okay for it to be spoke like this now. But Trump is not a politician. Trump is the average man that just got some money. But But to go back to what we were talking about, Martin was the prime candidate. And even still to this day, that same ploy is utilized. Back to what I said earlier. Why do you think most presidential candidates go into the churches? Because
they're invited.
Because they may be invited, but guess what? They're going there just so the pastor can endorse him. Because if my pastor of my church is endorsing him, that's my pastor, that's my leader. So he can't be wrong about this man. So we got to get away from having certain people leading us, because get what it said. Say the blind will lead the blind.
That's what they say.
Say the blind will lead the blind. That's why I'm glad that this right here is open on me. This penile gland, not peanuts, penile gland is open and I can see.
You know, and I feel like there for years I had alliance against and with, but in life has brought me to have to, you know, humble myself in meeting and getting to know and seeing the likes of versus the dislikes of. And with my grandson being mixed, my nieces being mixed, cousins, it started to, like, once they are like infused into your life and you get to see the families and we all eat the same, we all sleep the same, the difference isn't there. You start to understand the brainwashing, the depths of the brainwashing. There's this book that I'm reading about Enoch, and it was pretty much like Enoch's religion, which opener to read. It was pretty much a program. And I remember Obama came out when you were saying in his speech and his elegance when he spoke. His first campaign was in bettering people. It was in people doing better for themselves, eating better, getting healthy. And when no one was willing to like persevere, he went to the complete opposite. Well, we're going to require you to have health insurance. We're going to tell you what to do for yourself. And we're going to fine you if you don't listen. I started to see a pattern of the need. Like, there are people here today that need people to tell them they need to do some things. And like you were saying, it's all happened over the years and in time with how we've treated ourselves, eating wise, but also how we treating ourselves by our TV shows. Like, our movies don't have us uplifting our black men; they have us killing each other. Our TV shows, the video games, it's not rising anybody. I challenge my kids. I say, y'all get on these phones and y'all download the apps, but you know it's an app on how to do brain surgery. It's apps on how to do logical stuff other than Roblox and Minecraft. But what's entertaining to us was, like Tony said, oh my God, it's a felony if I watch porn. What am I gonna do for entertainment? Crossword puzzles? Because you know what? We do need to do crossword puzzles every day to fight Alzheimer's. And there's so much that we really need to be disengaging from and engaging in to be better people. That being separated isn't even it. Like, we need each other to bounce off the energies of each other. And once I started realizing that, it's like, yes, we've been through some shit as people. And it's time. I want my own island. I want my own clan here. And let me draw a circle around. And you make sure nobody come in that part, nobody come in that part. But that's even against other people, my color. because everybody ain't worthy. We gotta move past that. Because, like you say, when they come over here with the military that they send to turn against us, that's why they are making us feel it's okay when these officers do these hate crimes against our people, because now we're getting so the same thing that Hitler did. You show a impression of people to be such bad people. So by the time I go and massacre them, you're gonna feel it's worthy and they're due to receive this because they're such
Yes.
bad people. And
It's
that's all
called
that they've been doing.
it's called desensitizing.
Okay.
And let me tell you how I'm totally agreeing with you. A while back, you know, you used to couldn't watch people being gunned down and stuff like that on social media. It was banned and blocked. The reason that, like just what you're saying, the reason that you can look at that now on here is for the desensitizing and monsterization of individuals through media. So with you talking about, let's just go back and let's just look at Trayvon is pretty much the martyr for when this actually started going crazy. People been dying left and right, period. But the actual martyr for the social media era of watching someone get killed on social media started with Trayvon Martin. After Trayvon Martin, it wasn't even a year, maybe 6 months, maybe 4. Mike Brown got choked out and killed in New York, saying, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe." The demoralization and the inhumanization of men of color and black women of color, if you see it enough on social media, if you see it enough on TV, eventually it becomes normal. It numbs you so much to where it's just like watching regular TV and that's fake. Or just like you say, Juicy, they start to say, well, they must have done something. Why they just didn't do what the police officer asked them to do? Damn his right, damn all the other stuff. When the police come in the vicinity, all your rights, all you need to do is comply, even if they're wrong. That's called the demoralization of the human's urge of love and feeling. Or
desensitizing.
Not demonetizing, but desensitizing.
But go back to Rodney King. And that's where, like, we gotta see history repeats itself. And so growing up, Rodney King was on my TV. A black man who got beat in California on my TV talking about, can we all get along?
Yep.
And I'm telling you, after that, because of the image that was depicted of Rodney King and why he was getting beat by police, yeah, we want to all get along. However, we also want to stop the crime, stop the drug dealers. We want to stop them from running through your yard. So it drove a divide in the communities on crime watch and prevention.
Now that you say Rodney King, it do bring me back. But you know what? Do you know that I don't think neither one of those men went to prison for doing that to Rodney King? Do you know if anybody went to prison, Tony or Juicy? You know what that state? Do you know what they said? Now they paid him a bunch of millions of dollars, but the statement that was said was, "We don't give a fuck that we was wrong. Just get that motherfucker some money. He'll close his mouth and this will go away."
Room to wiggle it. The only wiggle you're gonna do is bend over, bend over, bend over.
So I don't know, Tony. I just think right now we just at a place in time in society to where it's like being in a line, right? You ever been in a line? Let's say you going to Disneyland and you get on the line to go to the roller coaster and it's big and you ain't really never been on it, but you excited about getting on it. And while you're in the line, you look back and you notice that line get longer and longer and longer. But as you get closer and closer and closer, you find out that, you know what? I'm too scared to get on this roller coaster. But guess what you can't do now?
You can't go back.
You can't go back.
Because the line too long.
Because the line too long and people going to be like, move, what you doing? We've gotten to a place now in society to where the only way you can go back is if there is a civil war. Because right now the line is still moving. Whatever the political stance, whatever the laws, policies, codes, all of these things are still they pushed. And it's not only just now against black people, it's because it's the ideology of the elite that are pushing the agenda now. So when we didn't stand up and fight back then, when we saw that they were trying to take our civil liberties and things away from us, then we gave and gave and gave till now they got momentum and now you can't stop it. And this is where we are now. And they keep you so distracted with so many different things that go on social media that they don't talk about on the news, that we be locked and glued in like this. And while we locked and glued in about P. Diddy, they passing laws that we don't even know that they motherfucking doing. Well, let's go ahead and move on, bro. We can be here all day.
I'm about to revive my series known as Does Anybody Else Wife? And I know my wife going to kick my ass for this, but whatever, she'll get over it. Does anybody else wife not realize that one of her biggest problems is one that she created? Huh? And I don't mean just wives, I mean mothers. Does anybody, lady, the mother of their children, not realize they've created a problem for themselves? Here's the problem. Mothers is always complaining about how the kids always come to them for stuff. How the kids don't never go to daddy and bother daddy with shit. They always come to them. Even when daddy right there, the kid walk right past daddy and go to mama. And mamas is always complaining. Mamas, it's your damn fault. Don't get no attitude. I'm explaining to you how it's your fault. Listen to me. It's your fault for this reason. How many times during the early stages of your kid's life did the kid go ask daddy for something and daddy gave him an answer? And here you come reversing daddy answer. Kid come ask daddy for fruit. Daddy, can I have fruit snacks? Daddy say, no, you can't have fruit snacks. Here you come, oh, no, baby, it's okay. Let him have it. Daddy, can I have some fruit snacks? Oh, sure, you got fruit snacks. Don't let them have no fruit snacks. There go your ass. Overriding the answer. Or this one right here. You, ladies, you overhear the child asking daddy for something. And you answer before daddy even get goddamn words out his mouth. The kid come, hey, daddy, can I go outside? No, they can't go outside yet because whatever reason. Yo goddamn fault. Kids are smart. They spent all of their life when they was 2, 3, 4 years old listening to you override daddy's answer. So what the kid decide to do? Cut out the fucking middleman. Kids ain't dumb. They figured, why the fuck am I going to go keep asking daddy for shit when mama going to come and get a final answer to the shit anyway? Why go through the process of asking daddy shit when mama gonna change what he said? Why? So they gonna come straight to your ass because they ain't dumb and they ain't got time to be wasting their time or daddy's time asking daddy for shit when whatever daddy say don't matter any goddamn way because here come mama setting the fucking standard for shit. So, ladies, you want the kids to stop coming to you all the goddamn time? You only got one choice. Relinquish some damn control. Let daddy answer the question and let daddy's answer stand, goddammit. But until you do that, they gonna keep coming to y'all ass. So make a choice. Either let them keep coming to you or switch up some shit.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, but I ain't never had to deal with that.
Go ahead, lady.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And because see, in my household, it ain't no play against each other. We teamwork. And so if you ask me for ice cream, what'd your daddy say? You go ask him, what your mama say? It ain't about playing each other. If we're going to find out, did you already get an answer first? You're supposed to properly communicate to each other. and work with each other. Teamwork make the dream work. You can't negotiate. You can't let children play, and that's where parenting probably done went wrong. And then I don't think it's mom relinquished the control. I see a lot of times, and man, y'all can't keep wanting it and then not be willing to do it, because a lot of men don't want to have any say. They want to be the person that the child likes, so they want to be the giver. So the mother has to step in and correct, like he said on the end part of, before you get a chance to answer, can you go ask? So kids will know my daddy ain't the one to paying attention to know that I didn't do my schoolwork. I got in trouble in school today. The teacher didn't call my daddy. The teacher called my mom. So I'm gonna go ask, can I do these things that I want to do, because he don't know what's going on and he gonna let me do it. So it's a whole bunch of different scenarios that can be taking place of why moms do what they do. But the first line should be communication and teamwork. And if you don't have that in your home, you can still co-parent and have that outside your home. Simple call, simple text. I'm quick, even now. Miyagi might say something, and like I tell, my children are old enough to speak to their father themselves. It shouldn't be nothing I gotta say. But if it look like something, you not playing me, and you're not gonna play him. I'm gonna send a group message. This is what it is. Now, what we gonna do? What you say? Because I'm not for clear communication leads to no misunderstanding, and that's what we need in life. We don't need misunderstanding. We need everybody straightforward.
I agree with you. I agree with you a little bit, Juicy, in the sense that in those households where you have those boundaries where the parents say, "Oh, mom, your job is the kids. My job is to go make this money and bring home the money, bring home the check, and dad's just gonna work all day and bring home the money. When I come home, I'm tired. I want to hang with the fellas for an hour or two, smoke my cigarettes, play poker, play chess, and then go to bed. You take care of the kids. That's your department. My department is bringing home this cheddar." I can see that being what you said, or going in the direction of what you said. But when you have a household where there's a father and a mother both active in the children's lives, in the raising and the development and the of the children, or they're still active and they're in separate homes, and the father wants to be an active role and play an active role, then I can see it slightly going different. I mean, we got a father right here, Legacy. Legacy don't motherfucking play when it comes to his kids. And when the school call, they call the daddy. And if they call the mama, she gonna say, call the daddy.
Hospitals and everything. See, I'm gonna say this. Hold on, Keki, please. Let me.
No, go ahead.
There are a lot of bomb ass mamas and bomb ass daddies out here in this world. That is equal. But when the hardest thing is to be a co-parent. And especially if you and the other co-parent don't see eye to eye, even because somebody can be spiteful. And the worst thing in the world is to have rules that are okay at one house and those same rules are not okay at somebody else's house. Because, like for me, I'm not big on my kids spending the night over anybody's house outside of family. My daughter ain't spending the night at nobody's house outside her auntie. So people have to understand that if as a father, I tell my kid's mom, listen, I'm not okay with my daughter spending the night anywhere. I can't protect her. I can't see what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Please don't allow her to spend the night or even have the notion to pick your heart of letting her go to spend the night. Because whatever happens, because you went over this rule, that I've been told you since the day she was born that can't go on? Whatever happens to her, because you okayed it, you are going to endure the same thing. Because I believe every good parent wants the best for their child, regardless if the woman and the man are together or the woman and the man are apart. As long as, like you say, Kate, there is good communication when it pertains to that area, it can be very successful. But once kids see that they can play both sides against each other, then it's game on. Because each one of my kids' mom are pleasers of their children. I've always had to be the bad guy. I've always had to be the one to set the tone for rules and regulations and what's okay to happen and what's not okay to happen. Because they've never wanted to be the bad guy. Neither one of my kids' mothers would tell you that they've ever had to really like physically discipline my children in their life. Because guess what they would say? Do I need to call your daddy? No. No, don't call him. I can get on the phone right now. My two nephews, Aaron and Elijah. Tell them, Tony, they've been bad at school. The teachers don't say I'm finna call your mama. They say I'm finna call your Uncle Dream. No, don't call him. And they good soldiers after that. Because somebody has to be the person that the child fear, not in the sense of petrified, but understanding that there's gonna be a come to Jesus moment.
You almost sent them to Jesus.
Listen, if you get me there, and we done had multiple discussions, I'm trying to tell skin from ass. Skin from ass, because you go ahead, Kate.
I want to say everything you said fits. Now, I want to let the world know you do not have to get along. Down there? Not right now. You don't have to get along in order to co-parent the way Legacy said. You have to be mature and you have to be an adult and know that it's not you that you're parenting, but you're parenting a child that needs it take two to tango. Because
yes, ma'am.
Trust and believe, I don't like my baby daddies. I don't fuck with them niggas. But I will respect them and make sure that my children do as well.
Amen.
And the only reason is because that's the one that I chose to say, hey, let's this coexist. And God said, okay, so it be. And so I tell them all the time, if there's two people in this world that have to do what we got to do, it's me and you. Don't nobody else have to do this. Everybody else could choose to help and participate, but we obligated. And I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you be mediocre. I'm not gonna let you slack, be laxy daisy. I'm gonna hold you to it. I had a whole situation. Huh?
Let's ask Nate what his parenting views are.
Okay. So I was gonna say I had a situation where Nas wanted to go out of the state with a white family during COVID to where was it? Alabama. And I'm like, bruh, we don't belong in Alabama, especially right now when they talking about all this killing and hate they doing because of the I can't breathe stuff. And his father was like, oh, it's okay, he can go. And I'm with you, Legacy. I let him know. This ain't something we agreed on ever in life, letting our children just go places like this. And I let him and these people parents know if something happened to my son, it's gonna happen to all three of you.
Yep. Because I said no.
Right. Enjoy. When
Go
Nas
ahead,
came
Mr. Nate.
back, he needed to quarantine. He had to quarantine there.
Hold on, Cake. Let Mr. Nate get his little 37 minutes of fame. Go do your thing, Mr. Nate.
You're muted.
You
We
still
can't
muted,
hear
Mr.
him.
Nate.
You can hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, you saying my views on parenting? Can you hear me?
Yeah, about how sometimes mothers overrule the words of the father.
Whew. Man, this is cool. This is I mean, this is like I just got on the phone with my child's mother, right? And my biggest thing is
And what she was telling
uh,
you?
uh you you said something communication. The communication line with me and her is totally off, right? It's just like if it ain't her way, it ain't no way. And it's just like so I remember she said to me, I don't know why she said, I was quiet before and now I got a voice. I can speak now. I was like I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I was at a bad stage in my life then and I needed some support. But then she turned around and said I was a project. So all that went out the window. Now I'm like, oh, I'm a project to you. Now, yeah, I'm really got a voice now. So me, I'm looking at parenting as telling my daughter the truth. I got an 8-year-old daughter, right? So we co-parenting, and she's primarily with her. I work at night. When I see her, but I'm always there in important things in her life. But it's like I talked to her today, and I was just like, I said, why don't you tell her to call me? Or when she comes from the school and whatnot, why are you not having these conversations to her about like daddy ain't there because he's working right now, explaining this to her and not having her like in her mindset like, oh, my father ain't talking to me right now or he ain't reaching out to me. What's going on? You building her curiosity up. Like, and then that's so now I'm mad now. So I'm friends with my daughter. I was like, so I gave her a little. I said, all right. So I said, I've been trying to call you all weekend. Reaching out, and she kind of back to me saying, it's my child speaking to me saying, well, I had gymnastics, I had this, I was at Great Wolf Lodge. I said, oh, that's fine and dandy, but that's not important to me. What's important to me is you calling me telling me about your day, woo, woo, woo. And what did you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, now in my mind, it's like, dang, your mother ain't even telling you to call me. Your mother ain't even, what I'm saying nothing. Like, I'm just like, but, like, I ain't supposed to be mad or in my feelings. And I'm just like,
Nate, does your child have her own cell phone?
yes, I got her a phone. I got her a phone. I got her iPad, all this. So
So what?
me trying to avoid the even calling her my child mother. I do. She don't pick it up because she got the same habits her mother had. So if her mother mad at me, she'll put me on block. So my daughter got a do not disturb on her iPad because she in her mind because she got her same mentality as my baby mother. It's just like damn. So when she get irritated, she puts on block. So everything that that's her mini me. That's her mini me, and that's crazy. That's crazy. I get it, but I had to be the bigger person in that situation because we was arguing, fussing, and somebody had to be the bigger person because I was gonna put trauma to my daughter. My daughter gonna see this, like that's gonna be cool growing up. Nah, it ain't cool. So, now my daughter shop, and I ain't got time to be lying to her and letting her figure out something in the long run when it's gonna be damaging to her, and she'll be like, "Damn, this all you had to do is tell me this off the jump." I mean, kids are very sharp now. It's like ain't that sugarcoat no more for them. Ain't no
Let me
sugarcoat for them kids no more.
Juice, unless you got, I wanted to say something, Mr. Nate, but I'm gonna let you go first if you got something to say.
No, I'm gonna let you go first. I had questions, but
Go ahead, because I'm just gathering my thought.
who paid for these devices?
I did.
They still active? Let me tell you.
Do you hear me? Do you understand how fuck? What I'm saying, basically, what I'm saying is everything that my child's saying that her mother do, she's mimicking her. You feel what I'm saying? Her adult conversation she be having. You know what I'm saying? I said, I made it clear to her. I said, so when you I said, so you in the house talking about me to your girlfriend. You think she ain't listening? Just because she ain't saying it? And then she gonna come back. She say, yeah, when mommy on the phone, she go into the balcony or she go in the room. So right there told me that she's tuning in on our conversation.
Mhm. Right.
She knows where she goes at when she had a conversation. And she knows she can. Oh yeah, I already know this because I lived with this lady for 5 years, so I already know how she is when she get to talking to her little so-called girlfriends, but then the ones that when things are happening, when God needs babysitters or she's in pain, they ain't nowhere to be found. But it ain't my obligation to do this because I'm not with her, but I do this to show my daughter what a real man is. Despite how ugly her mother can be and talking and all this, I still step up to the plate because I want the best for my daughter. Like, daddy, yeah, woo, woo, woo. But I'm not. I'm tired now. I'm to the point where I'm tired. Nah, dog. I'm not away because I want to be. I'm away because I can't deal with your mother attitude, and it's like she just stern on her logic ways of thinking, and it ain't like that. And I keep telling her it ain't about us. It's about Cara. But it's just like, and it's a money thing with her too. Like, she on my ass like every time. It's like, God damn, you like you. I think you working for HR. I'm doing what I got to do for my child. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, it's crazy. And I try to maintain my sanity. You know what I'm saying, and keep it
Nate,
cool, calm, and collected. Yeah.
Juicy, did you get your answer that you were looking for?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Well, I think Juicy was asking, why the hell are you paying bills for something that you don't get to utilize, and she's not utilizing? So at this moment, you've been a damn fool.
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
Just
I
listen to
have.
me.
I have.
This ain't to be disrespectful to you, but this
Yeah, I get it.
the reason you see me over here doing all these justice and stuff is because I went down this road. And when your child is old enough, she's not old enough to really comprehend the whole full dynamic of things, but she
Mhm.
understands when you say, baby, hey, I want to talk to you. I want to, I need to know how your day and things like this go about. You have to realize this, that your daughter spends more time physically around your ex, who is
Mhm.
also her mother, who is also looked
Mhm.
upon as the best thing smoking in this child's life. Now,
Mhm.
so yes, she is going to take some of that venom in because there's nobody else there to combat it.
Mhm.
You don't have another child with this woman that can say, no, daddy ain't like that. You ain't got another
Mhm.
child that's there or a grandmama on her side saying, no, your daddy don't ain't like that. Your daddy love you. So
Mhm.
what you're fighting against is a bitter baby mother who has
Mhm.
your heartstring through your daughter.
Mhm.
I've endured it.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
not to get in your business, are you on child support?
Nah, because I mean, I told it like this. At this point, I don't even give it. At this point,
But
I'm just
listen
like,
to me. Listen to me. Talk. I mean, if I'm you, me, because you are allowing her to control and manipulate the whole entire situation. You ain't went and put no paperwork on her ass. Say, yeah, let's go to court so I can get my every other weekend or my
oh,
fifth.
I've been said that. I've been said that. I said, I told, I said, take
No.
your ass
See
to
the
court.
problem. That's
You
your
go.
Charles, Mr. Nate.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
go.
problem.
I got you. I go.
Yeah,
I go. I got
yeah.
you. I feel you. I
Your
got you.
problem is you've been saying and you ain't did a
And not
goddamn
doing
thing
it. I don't do the goddamn thing.
because she
And it's your
pacifies
right.
you. What'd you say, Kate?
I said, and it's your right,
And it's your right.
Right.
So
not
Right.
hers.
the
Right.
the difference is this: she knows how to pacify you. Every time you
Mm.
say this and that, she'll give you what you want. You be quiet for a little bit, then
Mm.
she go back to herself.
Mm.
Then she go back to doing the same thing again, and then you say it again, then
Mm.
she give you a little bit more, and it's a revolving
Mm.
door. Most
Revolving door.
black men don't like to go to court and deal with this stuff.
Right.
I had to do it myself. My brother and sister right here can tell you I had to do it myself. And I was like you, and I got a 12-year-old daughter. And I started my fight probably when she was like about 8 or 9.
Mm.
And it was the best fight that I ever had to put up with in my life because nobody else can control or manipulate me when I'm gonna spend time with my child, holidays, birthdays, vacations, and you're not gonna control how much money I give you. And just because you don't ran out of money, you feel like you can hit me up and say I need some more money. And if you don't, see, but that's what she's been doing to you because guess what? You and again, no this, but you've been a puppet.
I allowed it. I allowed it.
You've allowed it. See, most and
I allowed it.
we talk about these all the time on this show, Mr. Nate. Most people don't want to go to the choir because they feel like I don't want to put the white folks in my business. Ain't got nothing to do about that. Because see, if your child is coming to your house and spending time with her daddy on a consistent, her daddy also will have the opportunity to pour into her as well. Not just over the
Right.
phone, not just by material things, but by you showing them and showing her and teaching her things that she needs to learn from her father.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and until you ready to make that move to say, I'm finna remove this middleman, which is her mama,
Mm-hmm.
who has been the front man and the middle man, and you've been the back man.
Nate,
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you off. Nate, you need to get with Legacy. Legacy is a paralegal.
Okay.
He fight the courts on behalf of men.
Okay.
He drive your emotions, and because he's a paralegal and not a lawyer, he can't charge a lawyer's fee. But
Mm.
I promise you, when he get involved, it's just like
Yeah.
hiring Johnny Cochran. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I hear him speak. I hear him speak. Yeah.
so, but yeah, it hurts me because when I look at women like Kate, when I look at women like Tayama, and these women want their kids' fathers involved in their lives from birth all the way to now, they still make an avenue for these men to be active in their children's lives, and they're not hindering because they're not bitter about anything, regardless when it pertains to the kids. But if you don't take that venom out of her, you and your daughter will not have an enjoyable relationship. And the worst thing that can happen is you waiting till she get 18 and hope that she see the wrong in her mama's actions. And now she has no love for you in her life. And she'll remember, yeah, you sent money, and she'll remember, yeah, you tried to call, but she gonna ask you
Yeah.
why didn't you fight?
Why didn't you fight? Why didn't you fight?
Why
You
didn't
know
you
what I
fight,
told
Daddy?
my son?
Go, Kate.
I told my son because he's not with his well, I don't know if they're together. They don't live together. Let me say that. I don't know about their relationship, but I know they don't reside together. And one of the things that I said to him, just as a woman and a mother, knowing that I'm not with their father, is always make her feel honored and show gratitude.
To who?
That's, well, to the fact that that's your child's mother.
That's
And
hold
that's
on.
one.
Okay.
You said
Hey,
show
hold on.
gratitude to the mother.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
I got
Was
you,
he
Mr.
nasty?
Nate. I got
Was he
you. I got
nasty?
you. I got you, Mr.
Excuse
Nate.
me,
Hold
I
on.
wasn't
Juicy.
finished.
KK, hold on.
I
Just to answer.
say, excuse
Go ahead,
me,
baby.
I wasn't finished.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm saying
Okay.
be the bigger person, because you're sitting here saying you don't want to traumatize your child. Okay. But at the same time, you need to correct some unwanted behaviors that your child is having from her mother and the example her mother is setting. And so, in way of being assertive, not aggressive, is not belittling her mother and making her mother feel like y'all are at war, but giving her the I appreciate you for bringing my child into this world. I appreciate for you taking care of her, and I'm here to help and do as well. I'm not saying buy
But
her flowers and take her out to dinner and kiss her ass. I'm
do you know how
saying
many
the
times? Do you know how
example.
many times I did that? Do you know how many times I've did that? How many times I've been the bigger person? So let me just give you a whole so you can really understand what's going on. I done got locked up by this lady. I done got stabbed in the freaking head by this lady. I've been through a lot with this lady. I'm just giving you a small portion of what's going on. So I have been the bigger person, way bigger person, because this woman could have been still in jail and all this. So I have been a bigger person because at that time, in that moment, she was the right person for my daughter to be with. Because I didn't have nowhere for my daughter to be at and whatnot. So at that moment in that time, I had to be a bigger person. So I endured a lot from this lady.
That's not
You
being a
follow
bigger
what I'm
person.
saying?
Honestly, that's being a coward, and I apologize to say it that way. But at the
I
time where
understand what
you
you're
said
saying.
you didn't have a place for her to be, and I'm not coming down on you saying that you're not a great
Right,
father or a person. But at that
right,
time, like Legacy said, fight. That's the time for your
right,
fight. Not being bigger.
right,
That's the time for you to
right,
be the biggest person and stand your
right,
ground. And oh hell,
right.
if she don't stab me, what would she do to my child? Because that child is
Mm,
a part
right,
of me.
right, right.
My offspring. So that's where the time parent is a form of protection, discipline,
Mm-hmm,
guidance, love,
mm-hmm,
nurturing.
mm-hmm,
And we have to be
mm-hmm.
the example. What I'm saying is, you're saying you want your daughter to see what a real man is. No, you need your
Yeah,
daughter to know what a real woman is. That's what
right,
I'm
right,
talking about. And so if you
right,
highlight
right.
the woman in your baby mama, and if you can't
Mm-hmm,
do that because it ain't there, that's going to lead the example to your daughter to see the difference between what to do and what not to do. You have to be able to flip this and do the right thing always.
mm-hmm,
I paid for a
mm-hmm.
cell phone for my children to be able to have communication with their father. But the moment
Yeah,
that didn't go where it was properly done, guess what? I ain't paying no
yeah.
more. If you ain't
I
gonna
ain't
pay
paying
for
them.
it, they ain't got it. And to say my kids,
Right.
Mom, when you gonna get my cell phone on? For what? Because I don't even feel you need a cell phone. I'm right here in your face. You don't need to talk to me.
Yeah,
We got video games.
yeah.
You don't need a game to play on, but you need that cell phone to communicate with him. And if he not doing what
Mm-hmm,
he need to do so that this could be a clear line of communication, I got to protect you, baby. And if you see that she's using this device as a form to manipulate her to be a negative entity in your world, to get back and stab you in your heart instead of your head, wise up. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you, Kate, but I think we gotta, for me, just and also along with that, because you just stated, Mr. Nate, that you've been incarcerated behind her. There is for me, there is no talking
yeah.
to her because I would never want her to be able to
Right.
give her the opportunity to manipulate the past of what you've been incarcerated
Mm-hmm,
for and bring that up. If you get a little loud, if she get a little loud, now the police come, now she feeling threatened. The talking for me is over with. How I talk is through the courthouse.
Yeah.
Because one thing I know, and I hope if you are giving her money without going through the courts, I hope that you have her signing something saying that this
It's
is
through my
child
neighbor's
support
payment. It's through my
payment.
neighbor's payment. Yeah.
Huh?
Cash App and Navy Federal.
Yeah, I'm
That
hoping
ain't,
that
that
you.
ain't, that's
Yeah.
gifts. Those are gifts.
Yeah, if you don't
Those are
have
gifts.
something documented saying that the money you are giving her for your child is for child support, those are considered gifts.
You know, my twin brother and I'm very thankful that he did. But here's baby mamas, and one of his baby mamas, she wanted to put him on child support, and he was like to the judge, "Let me be a father. She needs support, but my children need a father. She need the money." So let me free up her time so that when I have my children, she can go make whatever money she need and she can support herself. And I'm gonna be a father in my children's life, and I'm gonna take care of them. So every other week they go back and forth. He picks the children up when the kids get out of school on Friday, and he has them for that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Friday when it's time for them to go home. She picks them up from school the following week from Friday, and then it's rotated. And he don't give her a penny.
But they won't make her give a penny because it's shared custody to
That's what
where
I'm saying. But you got to
they're in
advocate this for yourself.
but in Florida don't like to do that. The state of Florida don't
No,
like to
this
do
is
that.
Florida. This is
This
Florida.
what county?
Palm Beach County.
Yeah,
My
because
brother
when
lives in Lake Worth.
and the baby mama live where?
Jog Road.
So it's close because if most of the time if the dad or the mom live in like two different counties, they'll ask that because they asked me, well, Mr. William, can you get your daughter back and forth to school? I was like, no, I'm in a whole nother county. So the judge said, well, if you're moving over there to that county where the mother is, then yes, you can do those things. You can get
But now
that type of visitation.
if you had said yes, you could, and then put forth the effort and drove her there, everything would have been okay.
But I wasn't finna drive from no Palm Beach County to way over here every day.
No, not every day, just on Friday.
No,
you mean every day to take her to school?
Right. See, but that's the thing that I gained from this is when I did what I did, Mr. Nate and Cake, y'all already know, I got 50-50 shared custody, but I was in Palm Beach County. And I had the rights to get my daughter every weekend, holidays, everything that was added. But I got more when I moved closer because not only do I get my every other weekend, but every month, at the end of the month, I can keep my daughter for the whole entire week. So if I really push it and say, okay, the end of every month, now you're gonna stay here with me a whole week at the end of the month. That's what the order is, along with getting her every other weekend. But I have a girl, so I choose to right now because she's young. I want her to. She has younger people her age at her mama house. I choose to allow her to be around that because I want her to also be a little girl. But if I had boys, my boys, oh man, they'd be here. But you have to fight, Nate. You have to fight and take some of the power back because you don't have any right now. Right now, you couldn't even go to her house and say, let me get my daughter. She can tell you no, and you be like, this is my daughter too. The police would tell you you need to leave the house because you don't have a court order saying when you can get your kids. So
and that's a fact, that's a fact, and that's how it's playing out too. That's how it's all playing out, bro. That's how it's all playing out.
What'd you say, Tony?
I'll say Nate at the end of we're gonna close out, but at the end of the show, Legacy gonna give out his number. You need to write it down or screenshot it or whatever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
30 days,
Yes, sir.
30 days, things gonna change.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 30 days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm out the hornet's nest now. Yes.
Listen,
Thank
man.
y'all. Thank y'all. I need
Listen, Nate,
this is
don't hang up
Mr. This
yet.
is Mr.
Nate, don't hang up yet. Hold on, I'll get with you. But listen, we finna get ready to close this thing out, y'all. We appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We appreciate you, Mr. Nate, for coming on to the show, giving us your time. We know you're busy, you're at work. But we definitely appreciate everybody out in the ATL world, the ATL land. We want to give first and foremost shout outs to the most high up there because we can't do nothing without his okay and him making a way. But we're gonna go ahead and bring out the juiciest cakes in the business. I'm talking about, as Tony say, Betty Crocker, Sarah Lee, ain't none of them got nothing on cake. Go ahead, girl.
Well, you can, first off, I want to say happy Pride Month, everybody. Be proud, be loud. Yes, we're going to speak on it. You reach
And
me
happy
every
Juneteenth.
Tuesday. Yes. You can find me every Tuesday and Thursday on the ATL show. We're 8 o'clock on Thursday and 9 o'clock on Tuesday. I know I said it backwards, but you get the gist. And you can check me out at enliventoyou.com, Facebook, Miss Juicy, Instagram, Miss Beautiful, and TikTok, Miss Juicy Cakes. My Bigo is at Juicy. And then my email is winning@persevere.com. So if you need any help, remember I said you want to talk, you feeling sad and blue, you need some help opening up that penile gland, losing weight, whatever it is, hit me up, enliventoyou.com. I love you, Tony.
Juicy, that's your cake that's on the back of that thing.
Mind your business. It's juicy.
Oh,
Let me tell you, you got people coming for you, Legacy.
listen. We're gonna go ahead and bring out the man that makes it possible for us to be on this ATL grandstand. Mr. Who you talking about?
Do Nate first.
Mr. Nate don't have nothing up. Mr. Nate, go ahead and let the people know how they can reach out to you.
Every Tuesday and Thursday on the ATL show.
Yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday on the ATL show. You did.
Hey, Nate, don't make no decree and don't show up now.
Oh, I'm showing up. I'm showing up and showing out.
All right. Well, we appreciate you again, Mr. Nate. But we're gonna definitely go ahead and bring out the ass of the show, the one that makes it possible for us to be out here on these ATL streets in this ATL world. The pain in my side and ass sometimes. But as we always say, I wouldn't want to do it without you.
I
love you. AB.
I gotta do the drum roll.
Do your drum roll.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
Okay.
Let them know, AB.
We found you.
I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I thank you. I appreciate you. Because like I said, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but yet you chose to spend your 2 hours with us, and I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Definitely tell your friends and family about our show, because like I said, we're on our road to 100,000, 100K for subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is click that button. It's free. I also want to remind everybody that if you want to take your notary business to the next level, I have an online course. It's at your own pace. It's at patreon.com/Notary Public 101. Or you can go to notarypublic101.org. Either way, it'll take you to the same place. Learn how to make $5,000 to $10,000 per month in your notary public business. like I said, the self-paced course is only $25 per month, and you can cancel at any time. Also, if you want to smell good for a fraction of the cost, go on over to exoticoilmasters.com. We have oils, lotions, shower gels, bubble baths, you name it, fragrances, designer fragrances. And like I said, at a mere fraction of the cost, so you can't beat it. Again, June is Pride Month. That's why I have the background behind me is Pride Month. So, you know, we're queer and we're here. Hey,
No.
it's also Juneteenth month. So be proud about that as well. That's the actual day that we gained our freedom as Black folks. So with all that being said, let me put up my information now.
I sure thought you gave it.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just being funny. Go ahead. Did he freeze?
It's not letting me share my information.
It's up there.
I see it. You want me to read it? Anthony Brown, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Anthony
There
Brown
it is.
Show. Bigo at Anthony the Notary. The new Facebook is at Anthony the Writer. And as always, like he says, you got to grind until you shine. You can check him out on Patreon at notarypublic101.org. And the phone number is there for business purposes only.
Call his ass, 561-768. You so disrespectful. 3710.
3710.
Damn. So disrespectful.
I forgot you do like your calls to come through.
Yo, y'all know.
Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me, satisfaction guarantee. Call me.
Look.
You had to sing that with my
nice
you had to give that was my outro because I ain't need no outro.
Oh. Well, you lacking
something. He said it 45 minutes long and strong.
Okay.
Nice and slow.
Listen, y'all know who it is. It's Legacy the Great. Y'all can reach out to me on Facebook up on our Dream Williams. Hit me up on YouTube up on, at Legacy the Great. Email is legacyunlocked@mail.com. Business purposes only. Please reach out to me. Promotion, filing, and advertising. If you locked out your vehicle in the Palm Beach, Lee County area, feel free to give me a call. 229-630-7615, 561-907-9129. And y'all know what I say. My slogan is, KK, let them know.
ATL.
Yeah.
Now Nate should have been on here.
He got